This presentation is an overview of the Florida Research and Development Tax Credits and the benefits it could provide for you and your business. It makes sense to claim the R&D credit in Florida because much of the work done on a federal return applies to the Florida return, so you can get 2 credits for essentially 1 tax workup. The prerequisites for claiming the R&D credit in Florida are the following. You must be a corporation, you must have claimed and received a federal R&D credit, and you must be in a target industry, which I will discuss more later. You will have to attach Federal Form 6765 and Federal Form 3800 to Florida Form 1120, the Florida Corporate Income Tax Return. Now to talk more about target industries. Fortunately, the descriptions of the industries are broad and quite inclusive. The industries include clean tech, life sciences, infotech, aviation and aerospace, homeland security and defense, financial and professional services, emerging technologies, and other manufacturing industries. The application must be filed by March 20th of the filing year. For example, for tax year 2014, applications must be filed by March 20th, 2015. The application process can be competitive, but I will touch on that later in the presentation. Florida Form F-1196 will be used to file the credit. Here is what Form 1196 looks like. Now to elaborate more on the competitive nature of the application process. Florida's budget allocates $9 million per year for R&D credits. Once that budget is gone, then that is it. Credits are appointed in the order in which the applications are received. In other words, first come, first served. Beginning April 1st, the state notifies the recipients of the amounts they may claim. Here is a look at what happened in tax year 2013. 70 applications for the R&D credit were received, 23 were fully approved, 1 was partially approved, 1 more was approved for an adjusted amount, and 45 were rejected because the applications were received after the $9 million cap was achieved. Some basics about the Florida R&D tax credit. The credit rate is 10% of the amount of qualified research expenses. The credit is applied against the Florida corporate income tax liability, but it cannot exceed 50% of that liability after all other credits and liabilities have been applied. To preclude a duplicate benefit, the amount of the credit must be added back to taxable income. For those occasions where the credits exceed 50% of the income tax liability and the cap takes effect, the excess can be carried forward for up to 5 years. Florida does not have a carryback provision since the amount of credits allowed is legislated and fully expended each year. No more credits are allowed after that cap figure is surpassed.